We actually have a quickfire question, so let's get to it. All right, so Tiffany Haddish has been tapped to produce and star in a biopic about the legendary fastest woman, FloJo, Florence Griffith Joyner, who still holds the record to this day. So, guys, what are your thoughts on Haddish as FloJo? Mayor Patrick.
Oh, you had to start with me, didn't you?
Yep.
So you know, I'm the type of guy. I don't know if we're supposed to do this quick. I'm the type of guy that if I were on Jeopardy, the last pick category that I would pick would be the pop culture category. So I gotta admit, until now, I've never really heard of Tiffany Haddish. I'm sure if I looked her up on Wikipedia, I think she's got some great credentials. I'm sure she's a great actress. But
all right, Robbie.
No clue. No comments on this.
She's a producer for the movie, so I mean, you go, girl. If I'm producing an album, guess who's going to be fronting vocals?
Yeah, hey, Lizzie Anders.
FloJo, I say to Tiffany Haddish, Flo, no.
I personally think it's a perfect pick, but Haddish better call up some Sean T or somebody for Sanity or some T90X. I mean, just saying, you're gonna have to work out a little bit because FloJo was tight.
A little bit.
Damn, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Work out a little bit.
Okay. A lot of bit. That's why I said Insanity.
There's so much, in my opinion. And again, I'm not necessarily a fan of Tiffany Haddish, but that's neither here nor there.
We know that.
It's about applying or putting in the person who is best likely to represent the headliner, the subject of the piece. And at the time when FloJo won 3 gold medals in the Seoul Olympics in 1988, she was 28 years old. Tiffany Haddish right now is 41. She was probably, FloJo, the most fit woman on the planet.
She was pretty fit.
Tiffany Haddish is nowhere near that. And I'm not just talking about her physique. I'm also talking about track form. Like, are they just going to, substitute like images of FloJo for when she's actually competing, when she's actually running, when she's actually breaking, Olympic records, world records, or what have you? There were other people that could have played this part. So, Neil, do you have the clips or the picture?
The picture, yep. This is who you.
So this is Queen Harrison Clay. She is a former Olympian. She took part in the 2008 Olympics for the United States. She is a hurdler and a sprinter. Now, you tell me she doesn't resemble FloJo.
She does.
Yeah, but can she act?
That's what I'm going to say. That's my point.
The first credential is, can you act?
But can Tiffany run? Can Tiffany run?
But she don't have to run. She doesn't have to run.
But does she?
She just has to act like she can run.
You're right.
Will she have the?
I can act like I can run,
Yeah, Patrick, that's not going to get you the part.
Yeah. But who knows how it's going to be shot?
Patrick could do FloJo.
Oh, it's like trying out, but it's hard.
Who knows how the story is going to be built, how it's going to be playing out?
Even though FloJo really didn't run the hurdles, does that not look like her?
Well, she could use a body double. She could fit in. Harrison could fit in for a body double.
Why use a body double when you could just use someone who is more apt, more appropriate to play the part?
We don't know that she can play that part.
Body doubles are paid to look a certain way. Actors are paid to play a part.
Okay, but I was going to get to that. So we're saying that Tiffany Haddish is a great actress?
I wasn't saying
that. I'm not saying that Tiffany Haddish.
That's not what I was saying.
She's got her. She's got her style.
That athlete could act the part of FloJo way better than Tiffany Haddish.
She's well typed.
Her I will say her Wikipedia entry, which is the only thing I know her by, does say that she that she got a Primetime Emmy Award for her performance on Saturday Night Live. So. Those
are credentials. Those are credentials right there.
And she's only the second black woman to get a Grammy for a comedy album, the first being Whoopi Goldberg. So. So, you know,
It's on the wiki.
Fred Hargrove says don't hate on Tiffany.
This isn't going to be a comedy. At least I hope it's not going to be a comedy.
Yeah.
So
No, but Tiffany's been training for a year already. She has shed 50 pounds. She has changed the way that she eats. If she's working with the studio trainers and the team of nutritionalists, they're not shooting until November. She still has many months to get into the shape that she needs to be in.
For a year. Flojo trained at least for 20 years. At least. Sorry,
She's not going to look exactly like Flojo. I mean,
But
you're asking too much for her to look exactly like
to that
Flojo.
equivalent. We're not going to get The Rock to play Flojo. He's been training for years. Like,
because Tiffany is the producer and she elected herself to play this part, it suggests that they didn't even consider any other actresses.
Well, I'm just saying, okay. I'm just glad that they're getting the story out because I love Flojo, and we really haven't. I don't even think there's a biopic on Flojo. Not even like a Lifetime biopic or something. But
I agree with that. I
generation.
remember cheering Flojo on when I was a kid in the Olympics. You know, watching the Olympics and cheering her on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about this one because, like Neo said, you know, we are Flojo fans.
I'm a fan.
Flojo. Flojo indirectly, in her death, saved my life. And so I want this story to be told the best way that it can be told. And you know what? I'm not rooting against Tiffany, but I'm saying I think there could have been better options out there all around.
I think I think one reason Haddish is a good choice is because, you know, this generation has a connection to her and they're more likely to watch and be interested in Flojo's story in general. Just because
then put her in as Flojo's PR person or something like that.
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad pick. I don't think it's a bad pick.
Like, you know, if they had gotten someone to play Billie Holiday,
yeah. Well, yeah.
Andre Day played that
but
part.
They've done that plenty of times, and it's worked in some cases. They just, you know, it's happened.
It's different when you have sport.
All right. So we gotta move on. That was our quick fire. So.
No.
So no Tiffany Haddish from Lizzie. Everybody else is okay with it. All right. All right, so let me get on to